Hey everybody, it's Mac here, and we are going to talk about slope. Okay, slope, sometimes you also hear it called as the rate of change. And what a slope is, it's a way for us to see how much up and how much over a line goes. All right, before we get into any of that, I want to remind you that all of these videos can be found at maxtutorials.com. In fact, I have a video explaining how to do this like on a whiteboard, but sometimes it's better to just see it right here. I'm going to call this version A. I have an A, B, and a C, and if you go through all three of them, you're going to feel really comfortable about slope. Now, sometimes slope, when they give it to you, you don't need to do math. All you need to do is look at it. Now, you have to have 2 points that are well defined, that you know where these points are, okay? And we do in this graph because they put the dots there for us. Sometimes you can see, but it may not be good. If a line goes like right like that, is it really touching there? Not really. Sometimes it's hard to tell. So it's nice when they give you dots like that, okay? So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this. A slope equals rise over run. You can also think about it as you have your ups and downs over your lefts to rights. Okay. Now, when I do slope, I always like to go from the left dot to the right dot. And I'll show you why in a minute, why I think that works better. Sometimes it's hard to do that. Well, actually, it's not really. You can kind of do it all the time. Okay. And the reason why we do that is because if you go left to right, then your bottom number is always going to be positive. Okay, you only have to worry more about the top note because you're always going to the right. Because if I'm going right, it's positive. If I go left, it's negative. And if I go up, it's positive. And if I go down, it's negative. Let's do a few. So I'm going to look at this dot right here, and I want to get to this dot here. So to go there, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my ups and downs. How much up did I have to get to where B is? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I went up 4. If I go up, I write it as a positive. Now my run, I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here's a question. Do you reduce the fraction? And the answer is, yeah, you do. Because watch this. Up 2 over 1, 2, 3. That dot lies on there as well. And look, up 2 over 3. So 4 over 6 is the correct answer, but it can be reduced to 2 over 3. All right, number 2, we're going to give you a tricky one just right off the bat. Okay, so I'm going to go A to B. How much up or down did I have to go? The answer is none. So you're right, is 0. Okay. What about the run? Here's the thing, it doesn't matter. If it could run 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, a billion, doesn't matter. 0 over I don't care is going to equal 0. So my slope is 0. Whenever you have a horizontal line, that's a slope of a 0. Okay. 3 is just the opposite. It's a little bit trickier here. So now watch this. Let's just go A to B or B to A. It doesn't matter. Let's go A to B. All right, how much left and right? How much up and down? You start with the up and down. It doesn't matter. I can go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, and here we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We went up 6. Great. How many left and right did we go? We didn't go any. So that's our bottom number. Well, we learned that if we have a 0 on the bottom, that's not a good number. We don't like that. So the answer is undefined. That's called an undefined slope. And we're going to do a lot of that when we do like hyperbolas and conics and all the stuff that we do in algebra 2 and tangents and all this kind of cool stuff. We need to know that a vertical line has, it's not that it has no slope, it doesn't exist. It's undefined. Okay. So now let's go to number 4. I'm going to go A to B, and I like to go left to right. So the first thing I like to do is I like to do my ups and downs. So to get to B, I went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if I go down 8, I write negative 8. What's my run? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I reduce that? Sure you can. And the answer is going to be negative 2. Now, slope is always best if you write as a fraction. So I'm still going to write that as 2 over 1, just because writing slopes as fractions are going to help you because you're going to get that rise over run. Okay. Sometimes if you write negative 2, it's not wrong. It's a correct answer. But people don't see that 1 on the bottom. That's assumed to be there, and then we get mistakes. All right, let's go to number 5. We're just going to look at it. We're going to go A to B. I'm going to go up 1. I'm going to go up 2, and that's all I have to do. So that's going to be a positive 2 because I went up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went over 6. That can reduce to 1 over 3. Let's see. 1, 1, 2, 3. Sure it does. Look at that. Okay, it fits on the line. Number 6. Now I'm going to go here to B. I'm going to go my ups and downs first. 1, 2, 3. That's a -3 because I went down. A run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or a -1/3 when we reduce that fraction, okay? And that doesn't feel right to me because when I divide 3 by this, I get 1/2. That was me being a little bit silly. Now watch, down 1 over 2. Yay, down 1 over 2. Yay, down 1 over 2. They all fit on the line, okay? Let's go to number 7. I'm going to go A to B. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my ups and downs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That went down 6. So I write -6. Whenever you go down, you have to write negative. And remember, because we're going left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's always going to be a positive number on the bottom. And that's going to equal -1. I like to write -1/1, but if you want to write just -1, that's fine. Now watch, just for curiosity, what if I went the other way? What if I went left to right? I'm trying to erase all that. Go away. Okay. So I'm going to go B to A. Well, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's up 6. And I'm going to go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, because I went left, that means my run was a -6. Well, what do I end up with? -1/1. It's the same thing. So you're going to get the same answer either way. But if you do the process of left to right, then all you got to worry about is if it went up, it's positive. If it went down, it's negative because the bottom number is always going to be positive if you go right. Okay, I'm going to go A to B. So I'll do my ups and downs first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 6 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and if I reduce that, that would be 3 over 2. Let's see if that works. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, so remember, if you have anything that goes up and to the right, that's going to be a positive slope. If you have anything that goes down and to the right, that's going to be a negative slope. So that's another way you can tell and make sure that you're doing okay. All right? All right, guys, really nice job on that. Let's go ahead and I'll see you on version B where we'll do a few more. This time we're going to get a slope. We're going to write our own graph. So that's an important one to do. So please go to B and I'll see you guys there.